Good morning. This is going to be the Scorpio reading. I meant to start it earlier, but as I stated in my videos I made yesterday, I've been dealing with some health issues. Sunday I found a couple of infected spots on one of my breasts. I don't know how I missed it. And I'm being treated for an infection right now, which I had to follow up with a mammogram. So I've been going through that, and I have a very sick dog. Like my boxer is very sick. I have senior dogs. I've had them for years. They're very old, and so I've just had a whole lot going on, and so I'm kind of running a little bit behind this week on my videos. I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm still dealing with a fever and some pain, so bear with me, but I did want to be able to get these videos done. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm really wanting to do this reading too. No, if I don't do any other videos, I'm gonna get Scorpio done, and I need this too. So I hope you guys had a great week last week and the week before. I've just been dealing with a lot, as I'm sure everybody else is too. Everybody's got their own problems. Something I learned a long time ago. Everybody's got their own problems. So I'm going to go ahead. I pulled the cards. I'm going to go ahead and pull clarifiers as I go. I'm not sure what that one means, but I'm going to pull one more because I don't think that one's for everyone. I think that card that came out was for somebody. And understand, I don't read reversals. My guides and my deck know that. So okay, we have Magician Manifestation. So basically what I'm getting with this is that your mini control freak is now trying to control energetically, which we do a lot of times when we like to try to control the outcome. Once you learn about energy and you learn, and I've been talking about this in all of my videos about how to focus your intention on what you want and believe it's true and get out of your own way. But basically what I'm getting is that you are still trying to control the outcome. Still trying to aid the universe. Aid the universe like the universe needs help. And that is not how it works. Because understand, you cannot even possibly fathom, you can't even imagine in your wildest imagination, your wildest dreams, what the universe has in store for you. Because our human minds are so limited. And I've really been spending a lot of time really learning to connect to my soul, that I am my soul. And it's really quite fascinating because I'm doing this Zen training right now, and it involves presence, and it involves being the observer of your thoughts. Now, when you are the observer of your thoughts, guess who is watching your thoughts? Who is the observer? The observer is your soul. Because guess what? A lot of times we think that we are our thoughts, and we're not. We're not our thoughts. And our thoughts are what are wreaking havoc right now as far as what we're manifesting and what is showing up in our current reality. I've talked before about whatever we fear, we attract. But more than that, just trying to control the outcome, period. The key to it is to not have any expectations or any attachment to what it is you're trying to manifest. Be all right without it. Florence Scovel-Shinn, I don't know the exact quote, but she says that your ship can come in over an I don't care sea. So set your intention, have faith, and believe it'll be true. Don't try to see it coming a certain way, because it could come in looking a different way. But what I do know is once you absolutely stop worrying about it, that's when it'll come to you. Because here we have let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. And so once you realize that you are not your body, you are not your body, you're not your thoughts, you're not your thought patterns, you're not your belief system. Really step outside of yourself and really become that third party person who is observing. Become the observer, because you are the observer. But you have to stop aligning to your thoughts and stop believing that that is who you are, because you are not your thoughts. A lot of times we identify with pain and suffering, and that gives us identity. And so it's very hard for us to release that, because we believe that that is us, and it's not. So try to step outside yourself and try to be the third party observer. I got this card that says birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. And I feel like this means something to somebody. The other thing I feel like too is, yes, I know this is a zodiac reading, but understand we are not our bodies. And if you're not your body, then your birthday becomes less significant. And I stated when I first started doing this channel, the main reason I started doing the zodiac readings was so that I could reach different groups of human consciousness. And this was a good way to do it. The other thing that you have to understand, and I finally grasped this concept. It took me a long time, but we are all one consciousness. I know you hear it said, and you think that you believe it, but you really have to resonate. Sorry, I got a hair on my neck. Got to really resonate with it. And the way that I came to really understand this is that you have source energy, God, the universe, your higher power, whatever you want to call it. And basically, in order to experience duality, in order to experience human experiences, because this source energy is love, that's all it's ever known is love. So in order to experience that duality, source split itself up into many particles, and those particles are us. And with that being said, it was so that we could find our way back to love. And so the source, we're basically the universe, it's experiencing itself. So we're like just mini particles that all of us make up this source. And that is how we are able to co-create our reality. I know it was very hard for me to understand how I could be one consciousness with like lower energies. Like, how is that possible? But it is. We're all one consciousness, and everyone is at their own level of consciousness. We have Five of Swords conflict, so I do feel like you're dealing with some conflict right now. And I feel like this is because of your own thought patterns that are wreaking havoc. Really take a look at your thought patterns. I have different thought patterns that I have even labeled. Oh, that's victim mentality. Oh, that's my fear of rejection, which usually ends up resulting in me acting like a brat. Because I learned early on when I was a kid, when I was rejected, because I've been rejected my whole life, that if I needed attention or if I wanted to be seen, I would just throw a temper tantrum. That's how I dealt with it. So really take a look at your thought and behavior patterns, because your behavior and your emotions are a direct result of your thoughts. They connect you to your body, which you are not. We have sacrifice, renunciation, offering, letting go. So I have said before that since we are not our bodies, we are souls. Souls are perfect and they do not need healing. What does need done is we do need to release these thought patterns after observing them. Release them. But what I have found is that when you are feeling these crazy emotions and stuff that come up as a result of believing your thoughts, because that's all it is, you're believing your thoughts, don't resist those feelings. Really sit with them and feel them. Don't add to them. Like, clear your thoughts and just sit and just feel those feelings and let them go. Let them go. You will eventually get tired. And this may go on sometimes like 5-6 hours for me. But do feel them, because when you resist them, they will stick around for another day. It's like they're hiding in the shadows to come back. So you really want to feel what it is that you're feeling. And then tell yourself that your thoughts are not true. They're not true. And if they are surround that core wound of like some sort of abandonment or rejection or whatever, they're going to keep playing out over and over again. So it's very important to let these feelings go. Really feel them, feel through them. We have the Six of Cups reflection. And so this is all about being nostalgic and looking back in the past. And the key, because we simulate our reality, we are divine beings having human experiences that we simulate. We simulate our realities with our thought patterns. So basically, you want to be present. You want to be present in the present moment. So try meditation. Meditation is an amazing way to become present. I know I've had pain in my body lately, and pain will force you to be present. And part of me feels like, this is a lesson because I'm learning to be present, and now I've got this pain, I've got this going on in my body where I have to like pay attention and I have to be present. I have to be present in like where I'm at right now in this particular demo. I did get some downloads about pain yesterday because I was in a lot of pain. And with that pain that I had, I told you I've been connecting to my soul. My soul told me to just leave my body for right now. And I did. And the pain went away. And to stop telling myself I was in pain, because once again, those are thoughts that we believe. And pain is directly from the mind. It's like a signal in the brain. So when I did that, guess what? It worked almost like magic. My pain went away. It was amazing. And at the same time, I've been very present. And when you're present, understand that whatever you manifest in the here and now. You don't manifest it in the future. And it's already been manifested in the past. So if you do not stop focusing on the past, those thought patterns that you had, that you created in the past, will just keep following you. That's the reason why you need to be present in the present moment, because that's all you ever have. The past happened in the present, and the future will happen in the present. So this is all that you have. We have the Green Witch, fresh, new, and spring. So I'm getting that you have a brand new opportunity. You have a fresh slate. And I have said before, like when I clear my energy, it's almost like shaking an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm going to create something new. Because by contrast, I realized that whatever it is that I did create, I didn't like it. And when you don't like something, when you create something you don't like, and you actually feel your feelings, you actually work through those feelings, you send out a strong signal into the universe: don't send me this shit anymore. And so as long as you clear those thought patterns, you have a fresh new start to create something brand new. Now be very careful of this, because a lot of times we want to create something in the future, which, that's understandable. But we do that because we're trying to escape from the present moment. In the future, things will be better. They'll be better. They'll be better. And, that's another message I'm getting with this card. I know, like when I was, 13, I could not wait to be 16, could not wait to be 18, could not wait to be 21, could not wait to be 25. And before you know it, I'll be 50 this year. I wished away my whole life, at least the first part of it. I started slowing down about 30. I was like, whoa, I'm slowing down. So, basically, be present and slow it down. And I'm also getting with this too that a lot of times we put a lot of stock, a lot of claim in birthdays. I know birthdays are important, but once again, we've had other existences, we've had other lives, we've had other bodies, we've had other birthdays. So stop seeing yourself so small. See yourself as this divine being, as this deity that you are, instead of just the body that you're in. And when you do that, you'll be able to really recognize the souls in people, not just recognize people by their ethnicity or their race or their gender, but actually see the soul. We have lovers' choices. So basically, the energy that I'm getting with this is that you are trying to make the choice of whether or not to walk away from something, walk away from a relationship, or maybe you have walked away and you're feeling a little nostalgic right now. I'm gonna pull, because I didn't pull a heart tarot card for this one. I'm gonna pull one for this card here. But you're kind of looking back and wondering, looking back over this situation, this relationship, this lost love, and you've been real nostalgic. The The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So this is that fresh new start here. And the message that I'm getting is that once you do this, once you create this new, you have this new love coming in, or I'm feeling, sensing very strongly that it's a soulmate. You will actually see why everything that's happened to you up until now happened to you. All the experiences that you've had. For one thing, we create our experiences, but if you created those experiences, it was being divinely guided because it was something that your soul wanted to experience. Because remember, I said, we're a source, we're a universe experiencing itself that wants to experience what is not love so that we can learn what is love. And that is that contrast. And so let me read this again. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So release the past. Let it go. You can't do anything about it now. And stop focusing on the future. Be present in the present moment, because when you are, you attract everything. That is the magical energy to attract everything. We have Three of Pentacles, recognition. So what I'm getting with this is that you are still very preoccupied with what people think. This is that whole see me energy. Be very careful, when you do move on with someone new. Check your in with your intention. Don't do it because you're trying to show off to the person that hurt you. I have said before, I have this theory. And I've tested my theory. But whenever I see a female, a woman or a man, who's gone through a heartbreak, heartache, disappointment, breakup, and then the next thing you know, they're in a new relationship, they just want to blast it all over social media. Here we are, we're the happy couple. And be very careful of doing that, because I've always had a theory that that is not so much for the current moment or the current partner, but for the ecstasy. And people can read all into that, especially your new partner. So make sure that you are not in that energy of doing that, because you have this fresh new start. And so make sure you check in with your intentions. You know, that whole recognition, like, see us, you know, we're public on Facebook. We're so happy. Look how happy I am now. I'm doing just fine without you. Because that's still focusing on the past partner. And that's not really truly moving on. Have anxiety. So I do feel like you've been worried. And a lot of this is, a lot of times when we walk away from a relationship, we still have a lot of attachments of codependency. And it's very hard because we worry. And, you know, as Scorpios, we tend to be very jealous anyway. Very jealous. You know, and it's all right for us to move on and have somebody else, but God forbid that they do. You know, it's really hard. I know, I get it, because I'm a Scorpio too. And so, you know, kind of worrying about this, and this keeps you tethered to the past. And understand, codependency is not love. What you're feeling is codependency, is that need. Because, you know, when you really, truly, really, truly love somebody, you want them to be happy no matter what. No matter whether they're with you or they're not with you. You want what's best for them. And so if you're still worried and still maybe stalking their social media, watching them, trying to see who they're with, what they're doing, this is fear-based. And there is no fear in love. Fear and love are two mutually exclusive things. And jealousy is a fear. And so in your relationship, if you're still feeling, you know, jealousy and fears of loss, this is not love. This is more need-based. This is more fear-based. So try to work through those things and try to recognize it. And this involves being the observer of your thoughts. This is how you become present. This is how you become your soul. When you become your soul, you can manifest whatever you want like magic. Like magic, because soul energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. It's more powerful than nuclear energy. Soul energy can transcend space and time. Your soul is in several different places at one time right now. We have Two of Wands vision. And I'm going to get a clarifier for this card. I'm trying to think which one I want to get. Joy is the ultimate creator. So make your vision, make your purpose, make your intention to be happy. And don't put any type of expectations of your happiness on anybody else. Learn to be joyful on your own. Find things throughout the day. Sometimes I'll lay in my bed, the breeze blowing through my window, and on my fuzzy cover in my favorite pajamas, and I'll just lay there. And I'll be like, man, this is amazing. I feel so joyful, so peaceful right now. So you don't have to, like, you know, a lot of times, you know, when people hear, make yourself happy, do things that make yourself happy, they think this involves money. I'm going to go get a makeover. And I'm not taking away from these things. I'm going to go get a facial. And like I said, I'm not taking away from those things. But that is focused on the physical body. Find something that makes you feel really, truly happy on the inside. Whether it be music, dancing, nature. Because once you are happy and joyful on your own, this is the ultimate creator, is the ultimate energy to be in. Because your soul is pure bliss, pure happiness, pure love, and you are aligning to it when you're in this energy. When you release those fearful thoughts and that anxiety, you become pure love and you attract everything to you like a magnet, like a moth to a flame. That message just came through. And if you feel like you mess up, like you have created a situation by default that you don't like, stop focusing on it. Just stop focusing on it. Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. Just accept it. Acceptance is the best way to move out of an energy, the path of least resistance. Dear you, there's always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, to be different, be at odds, and so on. Today we suggest, instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys. And some people might refuse to remain open to other people's points of view. No matter what you've been presented with, a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. Wow. Well, I feel like that really did go along with the reading. The thing that came up with the card is don't judge whatever's happening right now, because it's leading you to where you want to be. Even if you don't like it, it's bringing you one step closer to what you are trying to manifest. So don't give up. Keep hope. Keep faith. Trust and believe. And if you would like to have a personal reading, they're $30 right now, and I'll include in the description of the video my email address where you can contact me. Thank you for watching, Scorpio.